What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, once again, we're back with career mode, and first off, I just gotta say sorry about the lack of uploads of this series. I've been getting stuck into other random challenges and just one-off fun videos, caught up in league racing, caught up in just doing, just collabs and IndyCar and all this other stuff. So if you do like that stuff, there might be more of that coming to the channel very, very soon as this career mode itself wraps up. But here we are in Spa, very brief introduction into Friday practice, and right off the box we were pretty quick, so very happy with the pace heading into this weekend, and there we go, we're off to quali.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted.
So yeah, here we are in Spa for qualifying. I'm really looking forward to this round. It's a track that I really look forward to. I feel like I've just repeated myself quite a bit there, but I feel like I've been on the pace quite lately. I just don't know what it is. I think it might be down to league racing. My overall knowledge and understanding of this game is just ramped up so much as I get further and further into league racing. I unlock more secrets to the handling model and setups, and overall it makes the challenge of career mode not so high anymore. So I find it's quite an interesting dynamic, and as you can see there, qualifying 1 is over. Got P1 on a set of super soft tyres. I was meant to mention at the start of this video that I've gone for a harder tyre strategy for the weekend. So basically what I want to try and do is start the race on the soft compound tyres here, which I'm attempting to do. So here we go, qualifying 2. Hopefully we can just get this run in with the 1 lap, do minimal tyre wear on this run, and you can see I'm just really smooth, really not panicking, not jerking the wheel left and right, and creating understeer. It's just very nice and smooth this weekend, which is quite refreshing to be comfortable, if that makes sense, knowing that I can easily get through to qualifying 3 on a set of soft compound tyres. It's beautiful. It's a welcome change. So we're through to qualifying 3, starting the race on the soft compound tyres, and here we go. This is going to be our fastest lap attempt, or a pole position attempt here on the super soft tyres, the free set that you get for making it into this session. So we'll go for a flying lap here around Spa in Belgium. Normally when it comes to online, this isn't one of my strongest tracks, but when it comes to career mode, I feel like I do quite well here versus the AI. Through here, 5th gear. First time all weekend I tried it in 5th gear, and we kept the momentum going. I found that taking higher gears into medium and high speed corners really helps flow the car so much versus shifting down to a lower gear. Sometimes you just over-rev the engine, and sometimes you just kill the momentum that you're carrying. So that's something I was comfortable doing this weekend just because I had the pace, which is, like I said, very nice. But through the middle sector now, looks like we're up by just over a 10th on Sergio Perez. Ricardo now goes fastest as we wrap up the lap and come through the 3rd sector through Longchamp, is it? I think it is. I always get the names wrong here at Spa, but braking very hard for the bus stop chicane, 2nd gear, turn right, and then flick it left as quickly as you can to make the apex. Power on very early, open the DRS, rich revs, and that is a 1 minute 43.9 pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix. As easy as that. Fastest lap all weekend. I was threatening in the low 44s, and there we go. We did it on the 1 run. I could have gone out again, but I opted to just leave it because I felt like I was comfortable for pole position. So there we go. 5 tenths clear of Daniel Ricciardo. Lewis Hamilton, a little bit disappointing there. 7 tenths off. Probably didn't get the best lap in there. He was threatening all weekend on the pace, but couldn't manage it in the final part of qualifying.
So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes Forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
Okay, so here we are on the grid of the Belgian Grand Prix. The reason why we've gone for a harder compound strategy this weekend and why we've qualified on the soft compound tyres is we're going for the 1 stop despite what the pre-race strategy is trying to say to us there. We're going to be stopping around lap 10, 11, 12-ish, and then fitting on the mediums, and then going the entirety of the race on the medium tyres. I believe everyone else inside the top 10 with me will be doing a 2-stop race. So hopefully we can find the advantage there, and I just think we have the pace anyway. So hopefully we can get through this race nicely and cleanly. We've got a very handy lead in the championship at the moment. Let's hopefully extend that in this race here. 5 red lights and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix, and it looks like a very clean start there. I opted to shift up early with the first 3 or 4 gears there, and that really made me unchallenged through turn 1. So as we focus towards the midfield there, Lewis Hamilton absolutely swamped there by the Ferrari, Force India and the Haas as well, all looking to get around him here as Lewis is just running side by side with the Haas. I think that's Romain Grosjean. Just enough room for those guys to squeeze through. We're completely uncontested in the lead of the race. It's 4 wide for my teammate, as that seems to be where the action is at the moment. Both the Red Bulls battling away as Lewis has been taken out, touched twice. Touched by, I think, probably Grosjean, and then he touched one of the Renaults as well, which sent him into that proper spin, and he's been taken out. He's been touched by a McLaren. What the hell was that? It's just absolutely manic scenes on this first lap here, but this is Jolyon Palmer in the traffic jam that is the midfield, and yeah, when you get tangled up in those kind of incidents, you lose a bucket load of time. And as we come to the end of the first lap, this is the Red Bulls holding down second and third, the Force India of Nico Hulkenberg, trying to challenge those guys to get onto the podium. But as you can see there, the lead at the end of the first lap was something like 2 seconds, but as the race progressed, the Red Bulls found their pace and really started to catch up to me, got in my slipstream, and really started putting me under pressure. But it wasn't too long before they both made their pit stops and pretty much left me in the lead of the race on the harder compounded tyre. This is Daniel Ricciardo caught up behind a Manor. So yeah, pretty bad timing to just come out of the pits. You want to set fast laps, and he wants to get the undercut on me, but he's just emerged behind this Manor, who was actually just turned across him. Across him. That's how you English, Ben. But either way, we follow him up El Rouge. This is the replay on board with Ricciardo, and he just gets squeezed onto the grass. That is definitely not what you need at 200 miles an hour. Ridiculous scenes as Verstappen sets the purple lap time. Okay, so it's Ricciardo who was the only one to have made a stop, but yeah, as I said that, Verstappen made his as well. So now we've got to that crucial point in the race where everyone inside the top 10 on the super soft tyres made their stops, and now this was going to be the point where I was going to stretch away and make my advantage last, but the safety car has been deployed here on lap 7, literally just after everyone put on their new tyres, and it came in at the absolute worst time, because the safety car was deployed just after I went past the finish line. I had to stick to a delta, whereas everyone else behind me, because they crossed the finish line, they didn't. So they all caught up to me, and by the time we get round to the finish line again, I need to make a stop, and I'm probably going to drop outside the top 10 here. So such is my luck. Whether it's career mode, online, I show promise, but then things like this really destroy my race. I can never have a clean weekend. It's plain and simple. But I think we've rejoined in P10. Right behind Daniel Kvyat. We're on the medium tyres now, and we're going to go to the end. Whereas everyone else may potentially have to make another stop in this race. So we'll get this race underway now, and we'll see what we can make of this. We need to get through the field and close that gap to the Red Bulls. Away we go. That's Kvyat making his stop. So he must have started on the soft compound tyres. So yeah, glad to get him out of the way. So now we can just focus on the next 8 cars. Most of them in this little train here. I think that's Grosjean heading it, and he's driving quite slow at the moment, really holding up these guys. Wehrlein just absolutely parking it on the apex there. Really nowhere for me to go, and we've got to find a way through these guys. They're all going to be slipstreaming. They're all going to be trying to overtake each other, so that often makes things a little bit tricky when it comes to overtaking cars, but it wasn't a problem there up the inside of Wehrlein, and now we've made quick work of the gap between us and this next train of cars. Yellow flags have been deployed. It's a local yellow. Kind of interrupts my run up the inside of Bottas, but there you can see 3-4 cars there pulling into the pit lane for their final stop of the race, and that really opens up this race now as we head into the second half. This is Magnussen now in position 2. A lot of these guys in the top 5 in the fields have stopped, much earlier than what I was anticipating, and it turns out that last safety car was a real blessing in disguise. This is for the lead of the race, for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we've taken Magnussen. Pretty much everyone else needs to make another stop, and yeah, I did not see this coming. I thought we were going to be really fighting hard to get back into the lead, but whoa. This is Daniel Ricciardo out of this Belgian Grand Prix, and he was second in the championship.
Nothing you can say could make that any better. Just save it.
Full course caution. The safety car is out. Keep an eye on the Delta.
I can't believe that. Daniel Ricciardo, who was our nearest rival in the championship, is out. Engine failure. He was 50 points behind in the standings. We already had a massive lead in this championship so far, but that is only going to further exacerbate that lead. That's a word, look it up. But the lead is going to be absolutely ginormous by the time we get to the end of this race. Meanwhile, during the safety car period, we decided to pit in. We had a pretty big lead anyway, and it was effectively going to be a free pit stop. We've only rejoined behind Verstappen, so we should be able to overtake him on a faster compound. We've been faster all weekend. All we've got to do is get in that slipstream and get past him, and we should be golden.
Our gap to our teammate is 17.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums.
Okay, so looks like Lewis is down the order a little bit with only a few laps to go in this Belgian Grand Prix. It looks like if he's 17 seconds behind under yellow flags, I know the time difference will make that a little bit worse, but he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get himself back inside the top 10. I need him to be performing to help us in the Constructors, but here we go. This is the fight for first place. Literally one lap after the safety car has pulled in, and we fly past Verstappen at the top of our Rouge, and we're going to make sure that he gets absolutely nowhere near us in the dying laps of this race, using the full extent of these brand new tyres to good effect, trying to pull away and get purple lap times, and just make sure I break outside of that 1 second DRS window. As soon as I can break that Verstappen shouldn't have any answer to us, and there we go. That's all we can do at the moment. Continue to set purple laps here, and this is it. This is the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. The gap to Verstappen is at least 2 seconds, but this is the fight for third place. Jolyon Palmer and Daniel Kvyat, two unlikely underdogs fighting for a spot on the podium. I know, it doesn't seem right, just commentating on those two drivers in particular fighting for a podium, but that's the way that this race has turned out. We've lost some key competitors, and we've had some wacky strategies turn up some really interesting results. Another one for us. It's going to be a race win here in Spa. A burnout through the final corner, and man, this championship is looking really good for us.
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Well, there we go, guys. That has been the Grand Prix of Spa. A race win in the end. It came a lot easier than what I was anticipating. The first safety car, I thought it was going to be a curse, but apparently it came out at the right time. The AI getting their timing of the stints quite wrong there, and we ended up closing the gap to the leaders fairly nicely. So that made the second half of that race very, very cruisy for us. But we had the pace all weekend. And in the end, we basically got the result we were after. A extension in the lead of the championship. It's now out to 75 points. It looks very easy at the moment, but we're still having to work quite hard to get these results. And to be honest, I can't remember a championship that I've been a part of where I've been leading by so much. Honestly, can't remember. If you guys know, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, this championship, I'd almost say that we've pretty much got one hand on the trophy at the moment. The Constructors, which is the championship that I'm after, more so than the drivers, because we haven't achieved that yet. that one, we could still potentially lose that one if Hamilton keeps up his dreadful performances as of late. No points for him today, so he needs to get his head down, and if Red Bull continue to be consistent without the reliability problems that Ricciardo had, then we could have a tough time of things in the constructors. But in terms of the car, we've pretty much upgraded the last performance piece we can do. That's the engine, so that'll be coming fresh for the Italian Grand Prix in the next race. So we're going to be pretty pacey in a straight line, and we'll be gunning for the win at that racetrack as well. But that's been this video for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more F1 game videos. We're on our last kind of leg now on F1 2016. There's only a few more career mode episodes, and that's going to be it for this game, because F1 2017 is not too far away. So enjoy the episodes while they last, guys, because this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.